Hi y'all, it's Michelle, the Southern Shell, and I am here with another video of my Christmas in July series. And I made these cute little ballerinas, super simple. Now I did make, this was the very first one I made, and there's just glue everywhere, and the hair looks like something that crawled out of your TV from a well. So my husband said. So what I decided to do, well, my daughter said she preferred them without the hair and without the face. So I, because I did have a face on here, and so I'm just going to put another little face on this one. Just simple little ballerina face. What else I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of having this hair just all funky, I can pull it back and put it, tie a little bow around it. And so you can kind of get an idea of what it would look like with hair and arms and a face. And then this is what it looks like without. And I think that these are super cute. They're really easy to do. You can make it however you want, but I am going to show you how to create these. So let's just sit one up in the corner there, and we've got the burgundy ones, and we have where I turned the opposite side of the paper is the red one. What you are going to need is I used clothespins. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. You can get these at Walmart. They're actually cheaper to get at Walmart, and because you get a bigger pack. I think Dollar Trees are 36 to a pack, and so that's 36 ornaments you can make. Now I used one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, cardstock, and I scored it every 1/4 inch so that all you need to do is come in here and fold on those score marks, and you can get 12 skirts out of one sheet of paper. So you can get 36 dolls out of a pack of clothespins, 12 skirts out of one sheet of 12 by 12 card. And then I just have this tool here that is, I believe that's 6 inches? Yes, 6 inches. So I did 6 inches by 18 inches here. And there we have it. So I'm just going to cut it there. 18 inches of your tool. The next thing I needed was I used some bookbinding and a large eye needle. And I'm going to need that. And you're going to need a hot glue gun. So let's get that on. The first thing I did was you take apart your clothespin. They're really easy to do. It's getting them to stay together is usually the trick. But take apart your clothespin, and then you're going to glue them together backwards, just back to back like that. And then once you get that done, I went ahead and I used this buttermilk Deco Art acrylic paint. And so now it gives you not quite that wood look. You could still stick with the wood look, but I wanted something a little more uniform in case I did do the face and stuff on them. So that's what I used there. The next thing I did was I took a nice long piece of my binding cord here. I took my tool, I folded that in half lengthwise, and then in half again lengthwise, and then I just took this And I did a running stitch to make this into a gather. It's just in and out of that tool. Super easy. You're going to go all the way with this. And then you're going to go ahead and just grab each end and pull it, and you have a nice ruffled little piece of skirt that's going to go on your ballerina. So right now I'm going to just trim that off, and I'm going to do something similar with our paper, with our rosette, because that's what we're creating there, is a rosette. So once you have your cardstock all folded, I use the cardstock because it's stiffer, and I don't want it to, be weak. This is going to be on a Christmas tree. I want it to be strong. Since I use the burgundy, we have the berries on this side that match that color. If I use the other side, I would have used the brighter red. What I'm going to do now, though, is I am going to stitch these together. I know that sounds silly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up so that I can tie it on the bottom, since the red stripe's going to be the bottom. And now I'm just going to squeeze each mountaintop together and then thread it through the mountaintops. Mountaintop, mountaintop. There's your valley, and there's your mountaintop. The mountaintop, okay, so I have the skirt and I have the rosette. I need to get the rosette glued together. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to match these up, pull that out, and so these can now match on top. I want both strings to be coming up on the red side, not the leaves. And I'm going to bring it around, and we're going to glue that together right there. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue. So art glitter glue. We're just going to match up those mountains, and that'll just take a moment to dry. We already have our clothespin, and it is apart, glued together, and painted. So what I want to do now is I want to make a little hole in the top here that I can put this little tiny eye screw in. So I'm just going to take this little mini drill, I'm going to put it here, and I can hold it with my hand, and if I push with my palm, this is going to stay, my palm will stay still with this, and then I'll twist, because this twists and this does not. So I hold it here, put it in there, and I just twist. Now, is this the way you're supposed to use it? I have no idea. This works for me. I can use my thumbs to twist it while I'm holding everything together, and I don't have to try to attach this somewhere on my desk. And then I have my little tiny eye hook. Get it in that little tiny hole. That's a little hole. And then twist. And then once I get it started in that hole, I'm taking my quilling tool, sticking it through the eye screw, and just tightening it up on there to where I need it to be. Okay, so the first thing I did was I got the little skirt on there, and I used this groove here as a guide. And so I'm just going to put it around and bring it on up to that groove and tighten and tie my little string. Nice and snug. Make sure it's all gathered up. The nice thing is this thread usually stays very well when you've made a little tight spot on there. It doesn't slip like certain yarns may. It does hold its position rather well as you're tightening it up. Trim that off. And now I can fluff and pull around the tulle. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I have the string on my rosette. So it's going to go upside down. I'm going to take the twine once again and tie it nice and tight. And now I can trim that off. And so now I'm going to come underneath the bottom and I'm going to take some hot glue, and this is just going to make sure it stays in place. That is now going to come down, and then a little on top of that, not a lot, right over the top of that skirt. And that's where this is going to come down. Flip it over and push it right on down on top. And there you have it. Look at that. Super cute. Was that not easy to do? And let's just put our little string up there. And I'm just going to take a little piece of this burgundy shimmer embroidery floss. And tie it. Now you can, at this point, you can put little arms on her. Let me get my, show you what I have. I have pipe cleaners. You can put the scraggly hair on it. You can just leave it plain. There are so many different things you can do with this. You can work with it with your children, your grandchildren, and have them do the faces and the arms. How stinking fun. All right, guys, what a mess I have here right now. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. If you did, give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you will be trying this, if this is something you would try with children or church or whatever you wanted to do with it. I think they're super fun and very inexpensive to make. If you've not subscribed to my channel, I hope you will consider doing so now by hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to know when I'm uploading a new video, hit that bell notification and YouTube should notify you when my latest video has gone live. Guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I am most grateful that you've taken time out of your day to spend with me. As always, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.